What's going on YouTube, man? Just want to talk real quick about what I've been seeing since I've been on the road. Been seeing a lot of closed commercial property. A lot of commercial property looking for people to come in and lease the buildings. And then you have to ask yourself, what I start thinking when I see that is that here's a guy that took out a loan for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now he doesn't have a renter in his facility. Now he has to pay out of his pocket. And you know, some of you guys may think, oh, commercial real estate is a great investment. It is, when you have the money to do it. See, Robert Kiyosaki, love the guy to death, financial genius in some aspects. But some aspects, he has gotten a lot of people in trouble. And what I mean by that is, you have some people out there who feel like, oh, I can just go ahead and get real estate and I'll just be making a little cash flow. Let's say I get a property for a good price, and then I can get an extra $200 a month cash flow. Okay, but yet I don't have any emergency savings saved up, and yet I forget that life also happens, and I haven't prepared for that also. So if something serious happens, before you know it, I'm gonna be out of this house. Give you a perfect example of that. I have a friend of mine. This guy, when I first met him, he told me he had 5 houses. Now, to some people, they'll be like, wow, this guy has 5 houses. But the first thing I saw when I said he had 5 houses, I asked him a couple questions. Do you own the homes? Of course, he said, no, this is a young guy. This guy is probably 30 years old. No, I'll say 32 years old. I said, okay, how did you purchase the homes? And he said, oh, I got them 0 down. Red flag. I said, wow, 0 down. Okay. So let's give you an example of that. Let's say his mortgage is $2,500. He won't be able to rent that house out for $2,500. So what he'll do is he will rent it out for $1,700, and $800 of that will come out of his pocket. But that's a great scenario. He told me he was spending anywhere from $7,000 to $8,000 out of his own pocket. And what I was saying was, wow. Who? He thought he could get rich real quick, go in, hang on to these properties for about 2-3 years, cash these properties in, and become a millionaire. See, you got to understand something, right? Wealth is something that takes time. And the reason why you want it to take time is because you want to go through the learning process. You don't want to do this fly-by-night, quick, get rich overnight thing, whatever. And don't get me wrong, sometimes it works. But it's not worth, betting the farm on these type of things, because everything you want to get in stress-free. Example, what's wrong with having your house paid for and then going out, because these exist, and paying cash money for a rental property, let's say $50,000, and get 100% of that money back? You know what I'm saying? That's more powerful than having 5 homes and you're paying money out, because you don't know if the house is going to go up, go down. You don't know that. You don't know what you're going to get until the house is sold. Okay? And I just see people get, it's like, here's the deal. You see a person these days, they go into business 1 year and they're out of business the next year. And you ask yourself, how did they go out of business so fast? And I tell you how. Because they felt, oh, I need to start a business. Let me go ahead and borrow all this money and live up to a mountain of debt. And then let me try to also grow my business to get out of that mountain of debt. But then guess what? When you first open anything, a lot of times it's not going to be successful. It takes time for it to get successful. During that time when you're trying to get it to be successful, all of a sudden, you still got to pay bills. And a lot of customers are not coming through your door. So now you can't sit there and just pay rent after rent after rent and lose and try to get customers and stress out. It's better to not take a loan, because when you don't take a loan, you have patience and you can sit there and wait on your customers to come, because hey, I'm going to grow this business. I'm not in any debt. I'm not in a rush. I have a 4 or 5 year plan. You know what I'm saying? And I just see that a lot of friends and a lot of people are getting possessed with this debt thing, man. A lot of people, I've even been asked, like, hey, should I get in commercial property? And then my question is that, well, look, man, Do you got 6 to 8 months expenses? Are you debt free? You know, what is the rush for? Because here's the thing: if you're debt free, if you have your home paid for, and you have 6 to 8 months expenses, and you're investing 15% of your money, you can be a season ticket holder. You can do anything you want to do because you're debt free, and you can save up for things, and then you feel that your life is so much better during this point. So my thing is, become wealthy. Don't become rich. And what I mean by that is, a wealthy person is a person that is building assets, that is no debt, is just taking care of the things. They have the life insurance in place. They have the will in place. They are saving 15% of their money. They're not in debt. They're paying their house off as soon as possible. These are the tools to build wealth. If you want to be rich, those are the people that go out and let's go out there and put me and my buddy together and let's go out and take $1 million loan out. And then the business doesn't work. Now they're stressing. Now they're contemplating suicide. Now they're becoming alcoholics. We're putting this pressure on ourselves. So I'm just saying, slow down. Slow down. Go through the learning process of money. Become debt free. And forget about this getting rich overnight. Because once you start making since I've started making these positive moves in my life, I've seen my life change dramatically. Okay? So that's just my message for today. I got a lot on my head just to get out. And like I said again, I have to stay alive with this, guys, because I know I'm getting outnumbered by all the negative people out there who are wasting their time talking about Barack Obama and the economy, and they're not doing anything to fix their own lives right now. And people are sitting back creating survival kits and all this other kind of stuff. To heck with that. So until next time, guys, stay on your finance, pay your debt off, and just keep moving. It's going to be hard. You know what I'm saying? Just keep moving. Make some and please, if you got any questions, ask me, free of charge. You know what I'm saying? Ask me. You know what I'm saying? Because I love talking about this stuff, man, because by you asking me a question, it challenges me and it keeps me up on my toes, and I can be better prepared. And it can also help me also. So until next time, guys, take care.